Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 749 Southview Road here in Lake Oswego. We are located at the back of the home here. It looks like we're by a crawl space hatch. Even better reference point is we're right next to the air conditioning unit. At least that's what it appears to be anyway. It could be some type of generator. But anywho, right next to that is a 4-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We do have water currently running. We just zeroed out the foot counter at the bottom of the cleanout, and the line transitions immediately upon access over to cast iron. This line here has got awesome slope to it. Everything moves through here like a rocket. We pick up a Y connection there at 53 feet, which I'm not, oh, you know what, that's probably a, might be a test Y connection there. But the line appears, we're switching to concrete here, but this might actually be the main lateral connection. We're going to go locate and see where this is at here. Alrighty, located the camera head. So, and I actually recall this. I've been to this house once before, I think 3-4 years ago. The line goes down to the bottom of the hillside. And last time I was out here, we were having a hard time because the camera can't navigate through this spot here. What I can't tell is if we're teeing onto a main or hitting a vertical drop. I simply cannot get the camera through this area here. But we're down at the bottom of the hillside, about where the retaining wall meets the street. And there is some paint markings down there. What's hard to tell, the paint I use is water-based and typically doesn't last for 3 years. There is some paint down there right now. I have a hard time thinking my paint lasted for that long. But a couple things. We're trying to figure out, one, where the Y connection came from, and that could just simply be a test Y connection, which you will have very frequently, especially when you transition pipe materials. But everything seems to be conveying its way through here. That's just as far as I can get. Oh, and it would appear that the main is marked down there. There's a white T marking in the road. My camera doesn't quite get far enough for that, but and then we also have this Y connection here, which is, my guess is more than likely a test Y connection, which is simply a diagnostic tool used when the line's installed to stress test the line and make sure it's sealed up. But I never heard the end result of what all happened out here last time. The last time I was here, there was something that appeared to be a root, or there was just build up there in the line down at the bottom, but we don't have any of that today. It's all clean and clear. So once again, what I'd recommend is contacting the city and finding out what the Y is. More than likely it's just a test Y and not a party line connection. But that's always the concern, is you could have a party line with a neighbor, which is a fairly uncommon thing to see in Lake Oswego. And more than anything, to find out if the main is right underneath that retaining wall or if it goes out a little bit further. The turn there is just so dang tight, the camera cannot go through it. It doesn't look like a T onto a main there where we hit that concrete transition. What it looks like it's doing is maybe doing a hard drop, and the camera just can't make that turn. If we were going into the line about where that Y connection was, it wouldn't be a hard thing to shove the camera into, but it just won't allow it. And everything appears to be flowing past that point with no issue. There's no buildup of toilet paper products or anything like that. Just I like to be able to scope the entirety of it and not have any questions. There's just no way for me to get through there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the sewer line. We have good flow all the way out to at least 55 feet with no buildup or flow problem evidence at that point to make me think there's a problem beyond it, although we can't see beyond it. So there's always a possibility there's something past that point. But I think within about 5 feet of that, you're probably connecting into the main lateral. So it's probably just a small concrete stub that comes off of there. And if I remember correctly, I believe Lake Oswego does take responsibility for the sewer line in the roadway. But I would call the city and try and check in on all these things and verify that stuff. But anyway, the sewer line is functioning properly at this time, all the way up to at least 55 feet. All the pipe we scoped today appears to be in good condition, the vast majority of which is cast iron, and the stuff looks great. And if I'm describing this here, if you're standing in the road or in the driveway looking at the front of the house, we're off the back left corner here by this big, again, I don't know if it's a generator or an AC or something of that nature. There's your clean out right in front of that little access panel. The line meanders its way down here. That would, if you're looking at the front of the house, that would be like the back left corner of the property where it goes down to. And you'll see a little white flag up at the top of the retaining wall and a little white T marking down in the roadway. That's about where your sewer line is. I can't get all the way into the roadway. I get right to the base of the retaining wall.